This pilot is very special, not only because of its innovative approach, but because of the diversity that it represents. We're proud to have 19 different secondary schools from across Barbados participating in our summer pilot program. Each of the 60 students registered from both the senior and the junior cohorts will be bringing a unique voice and perspective. And this is to ensure that the ideas, the creativity, and the energy that we cultivate over the next 4 weeks will reflect the perspectives of our island's future leaders, our young people. And so over the next 4 weeks, students will be exploring different thematic tracks of learning, including marine conservation, marine pollution, disaster management, law of the sea, and advocacy as well, and water safety and confidence, because no one can fully appreciate the ocean without first feeling safe in it. And so our Learn to Swim program and water safety certification, which will be for the strongest swimmers, will empower students with the confidence that they need in open water, while also teaching respect for marine environments and the dangers and unsafe swimming conditions and how they can navigate our seas and feel safe. And so for our junior and senior groups, we have designed parallel age-appropriate tracks that combine science, hands-on field work, creative arts, and storytelling. And this carefully curated schedule is going to allow us to strike a balance between the hands-on experiences and classroom-style learning, ensuring that they receive tailored experiences that inspire and challenge them. But why does all of this matter? This pilot matters because, as the Minister and Chief would always say, this is a blueprint for the future of education in Barbados. It aligns directly with the Ministry of Educational Transformation's vision of project-based learning, where students are not simply taught facts, but are challenged to ask questions, solve real problems, and under pressure as well. And they're not just learning by direct instruction and by rote, but applying their knowledge to real-world contexts. But this program this morning that we're all so excited about would not exist without the power of collaboration. And this morning, I really need to take a few minutes to give my thanks to the teachers and the staff of the Ministry of Educational Transformation. I thank you for leaning in and supporting in this very short space of time, ambitiously since our 5 weeks post-launch, to make this come alive for our students. Innovators HQ, I want to thank you for crafting with us the Junior Innovation Program, the Coral Reef Restoration Alliance for bringing the beauty and the urgency of reef restoration and marine conservation to life for our students, Climate Rights and Justice International for linking climate science to fairness, rights, and advocacies in ways that resonate with our youth, and all of our volunteers. We've had so many people come because they simply believe in this project and this program and making it possible. And again, to our Chief Education Officer, our Permanent Secretary, and all of the ministry staff for championing this work. And of course, our Minister of Educational Transformation, whose support and belief in this vision gave us the momentum to bring it to life. I could not have done this without each of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much to our inspiring director and Oceana lead, Ms. Shea Greenidge, for those touching and truly relevant words on what Oceana Hub is doing and means to Blue education here in Barbados and around the region. So, as she said, one of our most valuable partners has been the Ministry of Educational Transformation, because that's what it's about. The government of Barbados is absolutely dedicated to ensuring that education continues to reach higher heights in Barbados and across the region. But don't just take my word for it. Please put your hands together to welcome the Chief Education Officer, Dr. Ramona Bradshaw.
Thank you, Gabrielle. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
A special good morning to the Minister of Educational Transformation, the Honorable Chad Blackman, And I see here my colleague from the Ministry of Educational Transformation, the head of the Change Management Unit, Dr. Paul Murphy. Shea Greenwich, the Oceana lead. Special good morning to you. Campers, good morning. Do you want to be here? Campers, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Folks, I am immensely proud of what I'm seeing here this morning. I mean, the building is already a beautiful building, but when I entered the room and I saw the campers and the parents and the facilitators, this space came alive. This is what we want educational transformation to be. We want to provide for our students an education system that is fair, inclusive, relevant, and modern. And what you are seeing here is groundbreaking. Shea said it, but I'm going to repeat it. This is the first in Barbados and the first in the region. And campers, you have the opportunity to be the first also. Are you excited about that? Are you excited about that? Yes, they're all excited. Now, I know they're shy now, but I believe in 4 weeks, you will hear them chatting and you will see them collaborating. For us, this space is a space where ocean and climate meet pedagogy. Our students will be learning about the ocean and how it supports our lives and livelihoods. They will be learning about climate and how the climate impacts our country and our lives. And they will be learning about project-based learning. Now, I know that that may be a new concept for some of you, but project-based learning is the kind of learning where our students ask questions and solve problems. They work collaboratively, they think critically, and they directly link the theory to practice. This is the time in our lives, in our history, where we have to move away from just teaching our students the facts, just preparing them to pass exams. There are several problems in Barbados to solve. There are several problems in the region to solve. There are several problems in the world to solve. And these 8 to 18-year-olds, they can solve them. Imagine these students coming up with applications that will determine the kind of degradation we're having in our coral reefs. Imagine them coming up with ways that we can use the sargassum seaweed, ways that we can use it in agriculture, in cosmetic products. Imagine them coming up with these things. We don't have to wait on North America and Asia and all of these other places to come up with these things. Our students can do it. We just need to create the space for them to hone the skills, the freedom to explore, and the freedom to be. And this space is that space. Now, I'm going to tell you also that the results of this camp will inform our curriculum review and development across the system. This is what we want our classrooms to look like, where children are having fun. I mean, they look shy now, but where our children are having fun, hands-on, collaborating and communicating, but learning at the same time. So I look forward to the results of the camp. Parents, we want your feedback as well. Please hold our hands as we usher your children into and up to higher heights. Please work with us. I'm asking you. And I look forward to working with you. So on behalf of the Ministry of Educational Transformation, thank you so much for allowing your children to be part of this camp. And I look forward to continuing the process of educational transformation with the support of the Minister of Educational Transformation. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those incredibly motivating words by Dr. Ramona Bradshaw, Chief Education Officer in the Ministry of Education Transformation. And as you said, parents and Oceana ambassadors, this is what it's about. It's about when ocean and climate meet pedagogy. But also what is most important in this process is representation. It's about a personification of values when those who are leading us show up for us. And ladies and gentlemen, that is indeed our Minister of Educational Transformation, who has come today in the flesh and in heart, mind and soul to fellowship with us and just to be a part of this fantastic opening ceremony. So please get those hands working one more time to welcome our Minister of Education Transformation, the Right Honorable Chad Brown.
Thank you very much. Chief Education Officer, Dr. Ramona Archer Bradshaw, Head of Oceana, Head of the Change Management Unit. Ladies and gentlemen, parents, children, good morning to all of you. Let me first start by saying, if ever we need a picker-upper on a Monday morning, Gabrielle, certainly we have to call you. Certainly. But that excitement also, in my view, translates to this moment here this morning. This is a remarkable day in the history of our country. Because why? Barbados, of course, is a small island economy, a large ocean state, as you constantly hear the Prime Minister referring to. And that presents immense opportunities, whilst, of course, there are a number of challenges. But those challenges must now be front and center, not just of this generation of Barbadians, but the generation coming right behind us, who are here, who will have to take forward this country in its development. And as we go forward, I'm excited that this camp is going to achieve a number of things, not just the practical skills in terms of swimming and understanding the sea, but what are the opportunities that ocean presents for us? As you heard the Chief indicated, Barbados is on the front line of the climate crisis. And as a result of all of that, we must now ensure that as we look to build out our development over the next 20, 30, 40 years, even long after many of us may have gone on, we have a duty to the future generations of Barbados to help our people and our young people to understand through learning in this sort of environment, how can we maximize those opportunities for our future development. But it's not just about for Barbados alone. As you rightly heard, this is the only institution of its kind in the Caribbean, and therefore we have a regional obligation to ensure that we now build out an ecosystem that can help our brothers and sisters across CARICOM. But I want to go further. You've oftentimes heard me talk about the knowledge-based economy. What is that? Barbados for a long time has had a high level of skills and what I call surplus certification. We have a lot of CXCs, we have persons who've done CAPE, done well, bachelor's, associate's degrees, master's, and PhDs. And whilst those things have done well for us as a country, giving us higher levels of opportunity and income, the overall economy must now move to the next level, where Barbados is a country that is based on creating ideas to solve global problems. And in solving global problems, we must find our niche. And who better to do so than a country on the front line of the climate crisis, trying to treat a number of things that can significantly impact us, as you've seen last year with Hurricane Beryl, and this coast and the West Coast and our fishing industry. And this generation, unfortunately, based on a number of things happening around the world, will have to confront even more so than we did in our time, the issues of climate and going forward. How do they navigate that? So the knowledge-based economy and this generation and in this space must help them to now reimagine, how can I solve issues relative to climate? How can I solve issues relative to the ocean and the interface between development and its trajectory? Not just for Barbados, not just for CARICOM, but also small island states around the world. And part of what you're going to see in the transformation of our education system, as I've said before, is that knowledge and ideas must now translate into revenue for young people. And it's one of the reasons why the ministry has decided, as part of the transformation of our education system in Barbados, that before children even leave school, particularly at the secondary level, you're now going to be able to marry your ideas, backed by intellectual property, and to be able to turn those ideas into solutions and to earn revenue before you leave school, so that by the age of 18, once the national trust is set up, persons can then access the revenue that they've made from the ideas that they've created, so that they can do different things before they go on and further in life, whether that be furthering their studies, having money to put down on a piece of land, expanding a business. This is the transformation and revolution of education in Barbados. But equally, children, it's also about some fun. It's a lot of fun as well. A lot of you would have seen each other this morning for the first time, but guaranteed by the end of week 4, let me reverse. Before the end of today, you're going to understand each other, the likes and dislikes, the nuances, the different perspectives. And this is really a microcosm of what the future of education in Barbados must look like and feel like. Where persons from different backgrounds, families, whatever, come together, sharing ideas, bringing their perspectives together to create common solutions for common challenges in Barbados and around the world. This is what it is all about. And I want to thank the team wholeheartedly and the chief in the ministry who have conceived an excellent summer camp, in my view, with a difference. It's not just about bringing them here and saying you have a summer camp. This is where the future of Barbados is going to now take off. And for them to be the first cohort in this movement of Oceana Hub, in my mind, we have a great responsibility to ensure it's not just about the 4-week activities they're doing, but we must also track the progress of this particular cohort as they go forward in their lives. So parents also, let me also publicly commend you and thank you for taking the time not just to come, but to ensure that your children and your wards are here. Because this, in my view, is the commitment that really you're saying, we believe in the future of Barbados. We believe in the future of the region's development through ocean and climate. And we are no longer just simply saying we want our children to have qualifications and education, but we want them to have an education that is rooted in practicality and helping them to understand where the world is going and how do you now be part of that global solution. Chief, you said it excellently. It can't just be Europe, North America, Asia, Africa, Arab states that come with global solutions to global problems. And we are simply takers of that and we use them. This generation here must be, and in my view will be, the ones who will transform the rest of the world in different areas of technology, innovation, science, marrying it with culture, and building out an economy in a way that is not just sustainable, but will bring great pride and joy. Yes, of course, at the moment, tourism, international business, those are the mainstays of the economy. But the intellectual economy, the knowledge-based economy that I spoke about, is where Barbados must have its comparative advantage. Because why? We're a society that are well-educated, we have access to quality education from the youngest age right up to tertiary. But how do we now use the knowledge we have to look across the global landscape and to offer solutions that can not only provide a quality of life for us and earning income, but can benefit persons around the world. So I want to commend you for coming out this morning, young people. And I know how I was at that age. Even sometimes, no, you don't want to just stand and hear long speeches. You want to get on with it. And long may this initiative bear fruit. Long may the partners continue to support. And I want to take the opportunity also to thank both our domestic partners, our international partners and stakeholders who continue to work with the ministry, and in particular Oceana, to ensure that this is a transformation that will make this country and generation proud. I thank you.
Thank you so much to Minister Blackman for his inspiring words. So, as he said, this is not just about record-breaking and historic marine and blue education. This is also about fun. This is also about what? All right. So, we are going to include, to wrap up our ceremony, our fantastic Oceana ambassadors and all of you. So everybody get your larynx ready and your throats ready, okay? So let's test this. When I say blue, you say X. Blue? Blue? All right. Let's get a clap going. So Minister, Chief Education Officer Shade, come join me here. Children, I want you to come in a little bit more. Come in. Come in. All right. Everybody get these arms ready. Kids, let me see you flex a little bit. All right. Yes. All right. Are we all in the shot? Cameraman, we're ready? Okay, good. Parents, I need you to be in this too. All right. Let's get a clap going. So 1, 2, 1, 2. When I say blue, you say X. Blue. Blue. When I say blue, you say X. Blue. When I say blue, you say X. Blue. Blue. X. Blue. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you so so much to everyone for coming out today. This is going to be a fantastic occasion and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.